Hey everyone, it's Pup Twigs here from Orlando, Florida, and joining me as a guest today, I've got Pup Sea from Washington, Ohio. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am good. So, what's it like in where you are today?
I'm sorry.
What's the weather like where you are today?
It was pretty rainy earlier, but now it's pretty and sunny.
That's exactly the way it is down here. It was raining earlier, now it's sunny here in Florida. So I know you and I had briefly chatted on Facebook about your hood that you've got ordered from Germany. So I
Yes,
always
sir.
like to ask people about, the origin of their hood and even their pup name. So what can you share with us about the pup hood that you've got on order? And tell me a little bit about Pup C.
Um, Pup Sea was created a while ago. I always felt like a Bernese, and that's exactly what my hood is. It's a Bernese hood. It's made by Chili Wolf Stuff, and it's absolutely adorable. I love it.
We may have to do another podcast when you get it because I'd like to see it, or at least send me a picture of you in it once you get it.
Oh, definitely.
So what about the name Pup Sea? Where did that come from?
It's actually the Greek meaning of my biological name, Marina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool the way you did that. So awesome. So how long have you been a pup now?
Honestly, for like the legal age, about a few months.
Okay.
I've always been interested in pup play when I was younger, around 17 to 16.
Okay.
And then I was told like, hey, you gotta wait until you're 18 because this is an 18 plus community.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can definitely respect that.
Sure,
So I
sure.
waited until I was 18 before I started ordering pup gear from different sites and started practicing and going to different communities. I'm actually going to my first pup event and at the end of July.
Oh, very good, very good. So, I mean, being a pup for not very long, this question, you may be able to answer all of it, you may not, but what has been the easiest part of being a pup in the pup community? And then so far, what has been the most difficult part of being a pup in the community?
Being a pup in the community, the easiest part is everybody in the pup community is accepting.
Yes.
They'll encourage you and bring you up. I think the most difficult for me was acceptance. My family doesn't really accept the lifestyle that I've chosen.
Are they aware that you're a pup or that just, you know,
They are. They just it's not more of they're accepting, they just find it weird.
well, then, that's, we find that too and stuff, and it's okay. And everyone has a right to their opinion. Um,
Definitely.
but for us, I mean, we'll get more into it in a little bit, but it's just an awesome feeling being able to get in this headspace. So, if you could change one thing about the pup community, what do you think that change would look like?
For me personally, it'd be the standards of what a pup is.
Okay, what do you mean by standards?
Um, when I first started getting into it, I started like on social media, which might have not been the best place to start
Okay.
because there was like a lot of like standards of like what a pup was. Like you had to have this, this, or this.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And I didn't have any of that. I didn't have any of the gear to be a pup. So I thought if I didn't have the gear, then I couldn't be a pup.
right, and that's a misconception because you do not have to have all of this to be a pup in the community. You could just be without any of the stuff.
Yeah, I started learning that later on when I met somebody and they was like, "Yeah, you definitely don't have to have the gear."
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I hate that you got some misinformation there, but I know that does happen, and you're right. Standardize the whole process. So, what advice would you give to somebody new coming into the community?
I probably would lead back onto like you don't have to have gear to be a pup. because I wish somebody would have told me that in the beginning, than me just like assuming and like learning that I had to have like all this gear to be a puppy.
Yeah. And the gear can be quite expensive, so you don't want to get the wrong stuff.
Oh, definitely. My hood is, I have so far paid for my hood and like my second hood from Chile. That alone is costing me around 600
I
and I
believe
still
it.
owe like 100 more.
I believe it. Yeah, they're expensive getting the gear and everything. So what brings you the most joy out of being able to put the gear on and get into that puppy headspace?
I would say being less stressed. Between home and work, I have a lot of stress, and when I put my gear on and I go out to the forest or I go out to the meadow and just like play around or romp,
Yep.
it brings me less stress.
Yep.
And
It's a
it's
great
nice.
stress reliever. So what about play toys? Are there any special play toys that you like to play with whenever you're in your pup headspace?
Yeah, I have a little stuffed dog. It's a little yellow lab that I just bought. I found that I actually really enjoy playing with it.
Good.
Um, I used to have a squeaky toy named Mr. Fox.
Uh-huh.
That was one of my favorites. I don't know where he is currently, but I know I still have him somewhere.
Well, okay, that's good. So you do have a few play toys that you like. So I've heard from so many pups about this next question, but when you think about, you know, all of our mental health, what has being a pup done for you and your mental health?
It's really it's been a big journey with my mental health and pup play. I actually do have some trauma with pup play because of my ex-boyfriend.
Oh,
And I had to leave pup play for a while after my mom destroyed my hood.
sorry to hear
And
that.
so I've been like working on like getting back into it. And I've one day was just looking at pet gear and I was like, I actually miss pet play. So I got back into it and it's really been bringing my mental health back up.
Good.
And with me like overcoming some of the things that I've gone through, it's really helped me out a lot.
I hope that the pup play keeps healing you the way you're going now because you're doing awesome. So please keep that up.
Thank you.
So what is the one thing you wish you knew before you became a pup?
I think the one thing like I said earlier was just like the
Hmm.
standards.
Yeah,
I
because
wish I would have known that everything I seen on social media isn't what truly makes a pup. It's like what's on the inside.
yeah, because and I know exactly where you're going because I'm on all social media only because I'm always trying to get pups to be a part of this and to see if you look at only the ones on social media, you think you have to have all this elaborate gear to be a pup, and again, you don't have to have that. So, what kind of hobbies does Pup Sea have?
I don't know if it really counts as a hobby, but Pup Sea likes to nap a lot.
Hey,
And if she isn't napping, she's like going hiking.
nothing wrong with napping at all. So do you hike around where you live, or you go to parks, or what?
I go to the park or I go out to the small wooded area that's near my house because I don't really, when I reached a part, like when I was like able to actually be a pup, I was told that like, hey, don't actually like go out into the community
Yeah,
because one, you might get judged, and two, not everyone might consent to seeing you in gear.
right. Yeah, I hear you.
So I took that to heart a little. So now I go out to like spaces where it's just me or like communities where they gather together and it's
Hmm.
meant for these like type of events.
Okay, all right. Well, what about pets of your own? Do you have any?
I do. I have a kitten named Chasten.
So I'm guessing fairly young since you said kitten.
Yeah, I've had him since he was born. Not sure where he is right now. He's always hiding, but he's really cute. He's a little black and white kitty.
Oh no, I love. I used to have a solid black cat with just a little bit of white right here on its chest. And we lost him about 6 months ago. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but yeah, he was my buddy, and just miss him a lot. But you know what? That's the half what you have to deal with pets that they're not going to last your entire life. So you have to plan that. So, but yeah, I love cats. So with being a pup, you also have these labels that are talked about: beta, omega, alpha. Do you identify as any of those?
If I did, I would probably be a beta.
Okay, and that seems to be pretty common because I know I kind of switch, but most of the time I'm a beta as well. So, what pronouns do you go by?
I go by she, her.
She, her. Okay, and you mentioned that you're going to an event at the end of this month. So, what kind of event are you going to?
It's not a big one. It's more of like a little picnic or a little thing in the park in Pennsylvania. So I'm traveling to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for a little while to go to this event with my boyfriend.
Nice. Well, I'm sure you're going to have a good time. Do you know about how many pups are going to be there?
Um, from what I see in pictures, there's normally about like 10 to 12.
That'll be fun. So I'm sure you will have a good time.
I hope
So,
so. I'm a little nervous, but I hope to meet other pups and have a great
oh,
time
you,
with them.
you will, you will. I'm sure of that. So if you could ask the next pup that I have on here a question about the community or about themselves as a pup, what question do you think you'd want to ask?
How did they know they was a pup?
Okay. So how did they decide they wanted to be a pup? What got them to that point?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, the question that I have here for you, we've kind of already answered, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it anyway. But it's from Pup Ranger. He's out of Gregory, Michigan. And he wanted to know, does your family know you are a pup? And if so, how did they react?
My family knows I'm a pup. Both my families do. The one I'm living with right now are a lot more supporting
Good.
than my last family.
Well, that,
When I called this family, they were just like, "That's weird, but you look adorable in your Bernese hood." So
they
they just
you're adorable, so they're going to accept you anyway. So that's good because, yeah, I know it can be a very judgmental thing for people that don't understand it.
definitely.
So let's say some other pups wanted to reach out to you via social media. Do you have any social media that you would want to share?
I have Facebook, which is just under Marina Fisher, and
Okay.
then my Instagram is just Pretty Little Canine.
Okay. All right. Well, any last words anything we need to know about Pup Sea before we jump off of here?
Not really. Besides, she's a really chill dog, and she likes to nap.
Well, hey, again, nothing wrong with that. And I've enjoyed getting to talk to you. I do want to see the new hood when you get it in. So please message me and let me know that you've gotten it.
Oh, I will. I should be getting it next month.
Good. Yeah. Well, I want to see it once you get it. But I love the one that you're wearing today. So that's awesome too.
Thank you.
Well, again, it's been a pleasure having you on here, and we'll be talking to you again soon.
Thank you. It's definitely been a pleasure talking to y'all.
Thank you.